Well, welcome to another clip on the web show. It's always pretty random, like seeing this magazine in Bali, Insight, and the story on Navia there about her salon and her career as a model and an actress, travelling all over the world. And it was pretty cool to read about her and then to see that her store was just around the corner from where I'm staying. There's her beauty and spa right there in Petit Tinghet in Seminyak, I think that's how you say it. And yeah, so it was fun to head over there on a morning to her store and salon and spa and film a quick chat for the web show. It's a beautiful place, very upmarket, like something you'd find in Paris or New York. So if you're ever in Bali and you want to get a great treatment, especially for the ladies and for the guys, you can hang by the bar there. It's an awesome place. And here is a quick chat with Navia.
In Bali, Navia, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. From like the cover of a magazine to your store, I do a show about stories, so tell us about how we find you here in Bali.
We are in a neighborhood called Petit Tinghet in Seminyak, which is the cool and trendy area of Bali.
Is it? Mm-hmm. Okay. And your story in getting into this, like how did you get to be involved in this beauty salon?
I love Bali, and I had a baby, so I brought her here, and we decided to open a spa.
Okay.
She's obsessed with pedicures.
Right. It could get expensive later on in life, but like with your story in growing up, like where'd you grow up?
I grew up in New York, and my parents were Vietnamese, and I lived between New York and Paris for 7 years, and I lived in Los Angeles as well.
Where's your favourite place? You've obviously been around a lot of different places. What's like a favourite spot for you?
Bali.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think is the specialness about this place for you? Like, what makes it so special?
You know, Bali is a great place because it really reflects you to yourself. I mean, it is called the Island of the Gods for a reason. Like, I love Byron Bay in Australia. It's built on natural A-lines, and Bali is kind of the same thing. It really has a special feeling to it.
Okay. And so with you getting involved in, like, acting and modelling and everything, how'd that all come about for you? Like, was it pretty crazy times?
You know, it's embarrassing as it is to say, I was walking down the street and someone asked to take my photo.
Right.
And then I ended up on the cover of a magazine. I'm sorry. That's really just what happened.
Okay, well, it's a magazine that actually has got me reading about you and coming visiting you today. So what was like the highlights for you then of your fashion career? I mean, being in Paris and must be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I got to travel all over the world. You know, I think it's a better education than college. Okay. And I got to meet a lot of different people. I speak a couple different languages, and I had a lot of fun in a lot of different cities.
I can imagine. I love asking people about like their ultimate moments or favourite moments. So I guess if it's a career, and I mean, I read something about you doing film as well. Is that right?
Yeah, I did a movie called Hitch with Will Smith, and I was on the first episode of Sex and the City as Mr. Big's girlfriend, and then I did a movie called Memoirs of a Geisha, and that was when I went to Vietnam for 3 years and volunteered. And then I came back and I needed to make some money, so I auditioned for a movie and I got it, and it was the one with Will Smith.
What part did you play in that? Because I'm just having the memory flash now. Were you with the nerdy dude that was in love with you?
Oh, yes. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, so it was funny when Navia was talking about that because I realised I'd seen her in magazines all around the world, including the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, which is just absolutely huge around the globe. And of course the movie Hitch with Will Smith and Eva Mendes, a great romantic comedy. And at the start of the movie on the big screen all around the world, there is the gorgeous Navia in bed, and a cool scenario there with her character and Will Smith helping people out with their dates. So yeah, pretty cool for Navia to be sharing the big screen with stars like Will Smith. There's the big fella popping into screen right now, and it was fun to ask her about the movie and her experiences on set.
So what's that like being on a big film like that? Pretty cool?
It was a huge experience. It was my first film, and I actually thought it was going to change my life because it was about 3 different couples. And then I went to the premiere of it, and the whole film is a star vehicle for Will Smith. So it got edited around Will. So a lot of my scenes weren't in the film, and I was very upset because I'd already planned this whole Hollywood movie star life that I didn't end up getting to enjoy as quickly as I would have wanted.
Right. But still a great experience though, right? Amazing. Okay. And the other thing I love asking people is like chasing dreams, like if they could live the ultimate dream. So I'm assuming that you're, with the varied past you've had, you're certainly doing it. But if you could live the ultimate for you, what would it be?
I mean, you know, I'm doing exactly what I want to now, and I think there are a lot of things that I want to do. And for me, the ultimate dream is just to, you know, do what you want. I mean, my life couldn't have been planned better than the way it happened, and it's just really important to show up, you know, and to not let people tell you what's realistic or logical.
Awesome. And so tell us about this salon then. People come to Bali, how are they going to find it? I mean, Petinget, or how do you say it?
It's called Petit Tingit.
I struggle with that word, by the way, so it sounds better with you.
Yeah, it's called Petit Tingit, and it's in Seminyak, and we are 100 Jalan Petit Tingit.
Okay. And what can people expect? So it's pretty high class and looks pretty nice?
We have wet room scrubs, we have manicures and pedicures, we have a full hair salon, we have some really expensive high technology wrinkle machines from France.
Wow.
Things like that.
Awesome. All right, well, it's great to meet you for a quick chat here, and all the best with it. And yeah, thank you for the chat.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so there you go, from the cover of a magazine and finding out that her spa and salon is just around the corner. So I put the camera in the bum bag, jumped on the bike and went over there to film and meet Navia. If you're ever in Bali and you want to be pampered, this is the place to go. And thanks for watching the clip.